Welcome back to Houston Life. KPRC2 and our community partners at Energy Transfer and Houston Christian University are proud to feature the local nonprofit Harrison's Heroes, providing comfort to children who are in the hospital.
Yeah, Harrison's Heroes creative programs help kids and families through the recovery process to find those joyful moments that are so important. One of the most powerful is the art therapy program at Children's Memorial Hermann, where creativity becomes a tool for coping.
So I would start by saying a picture says 1,000 words, and just imagine what art says. And so we get to partner, or the opportunity to partner with Harrison Heroes and support our families in creating that picture. And it just depends on where they are in their journey and what that looks like. But we get to create a narrative, and it could be surrounding their rehabilitation and remembering people's faces or different things by seeing those familiar things on their scrapbook or their scrapbooking page. It could also look like, hey, I just have a story to tell, whether it's about my medical journey or about events leading up to my medical journey. But it gives them a voice, and the art is the language, and they get all of the support through us and Harrison Heroes to be able to make that come true. It allows a space for emotional processing. It also allows a space for them to really dive into those deeper feelings that are difficult to sit with, and sometimes they don't have the words, but they get to use the art to say what they're not able to say. And I think developmentally it really helps from that standpoint, because they may not have the social skills, the cognitive skills, or the vocabulary, but sometimes that comes after the art's made, and I think that's a really powerful thing. We get to interact in a normal way when we're on this journey in a maybe really scary season or a scary space. I can come in and we can do this thing that we have choice and we have control, and it's also an opportunity to build a memory or acknowledge, like, hey, everything wasn't horrible. There were the hard parts, but we also had these opportunities to come together. And then we created something from that, so every time we look at it, we can remember that tough space we were in and how we kind of came together and supported each other.
And now here with more about their programs are Megan Nguyen, Manager of Child Life and Expressive Therapies at Children's Memorial Hermann, and Sandy Katari, Founder and Executive Director of Harrison's Heroes. Welcome to you both.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
It's our pleasure. So I wanna start with you, Sandy. For people that don't know about Harrison's Heroes and the message and the meaning behind it, this is something you started that has blossomed to something so beautiful. Can you give us a little bit of background first?
Yes, my son was in the hospital for over 3 months, and so we had to be in there day in and day out, and so we kind of saw what was missing, a gap. And so we provide basically events, we provide all kinds of products that change the stay on the daily for these kids that have to stay in the hospital a long time.
And Harrison was just 2 years old when he was diagnosed with a congenital condition. Sadly, he passed away in 2010. And back when that happened, Sandy, I know that just rocked your entire family. This was just something that, hard to believe, this was 15 years ago, this sweet face on our screen, and that he inspired this work. Back then, you and your daughter, after Harrison passed, you started making care packages and delivering them to the hospitals. Today, you're reaching thousands of young people and their families. I mean, this has got to be so meaningful.
Yes, it's very meaningful. We just basically hear what the hospital is wanting to do and how to expand and how to reach these patients all types of ways, and we do what they ask. Yeah. So we're really excited, and we do a lot of things at Memorial Hermann.
And Megan, you are in charge of the therapies that help children and their families cope and heal. Let's talk about the kind of kids that are there during the holiday season, especially right now. I mean, you're talking about kids who would love to go home, but they need to be under hospital supervision.
Absolutely. Children's Memorial Hermann Hospital is a level 1 trauma center, and so we see patients and families from all over the greater Houston area. There can be families that can come in for a few nights, and then there's families that are with us for weeks and months. And so from missing their home, missing their family, missing their community, and then having to spend that time in the hospital during a holiday can be incredibly challenging.
Missing community, missing friends. I mean, people often forget that when you're a young person, you're diagnosed with something, you're not going to school, your world kind of stops. We're seeing some video of what the inside of the hospital looks like for these young people. And in the story that we just watched, I thought thought it was really interesting hearing that young people, even if they can't verbalize what they're going through, sometimes they can't find the words, creatively expressing themselves through this art is such an important part of the healing and recovery process. Megan, what have you seen? Because just smiles like these, they go a long way, but also this truly does assist in their recovery.
Oh, it absolutely does. Play is what's normal for a child. And we all play, not just children, but teens and adults. It looks different. And so anything that we can do to provide that normalization to help a kid be a kid and a parent feel like a parent. So thanks to Harrison's Heroes, we're able to expand what we're able to do to patients and families and reach so many.
Cindy, what are your favorite projects? Because we were looking at the Band-Aid books, we were looking at a scrapbooking cart, we're looking at slime kids. What has been the feedback, and what's your favorite right now, do you think?
Well, I think I love dogs because we have our own dog, and I think the facility dog program is so amazing and it's so effective. I love we have mailboxes there that help with postcards that help patients to get up and go write the dogs a message and they respond. So sometimes not all the patients can meet the dogs for various reasons. So this is a way, our coloring book as well, is a way to get them to kind of interact with the dogs, not necessarily, physically, but they can do that in other ways. So I think that's one of my favorite programs. They're all have their own special what they do, each item, but yes, that's one of my favorites.
And we're tight on time, but new for 2026, the Cool Crew Cafe Cart, and this will essentially bring some snacks, some beverages to these young people?
Joy, even bigger than that. It's going to give them a moment to be a family and to have this moment of connection and togetherness where they get to choose what they want to drink, how they want it to be, and just have this moment of time together.
Think of like a Starbucks for kids. So like strawberry lattes and hot chocolates.
They love that, don't
and all
they?
kinds of stuff.
They love those treats. That is such a treat, and for it to come to you mobily when you're in that situation is so cool.
Simple acts of kindness and love. I mean, that's what Harrison's Heroes demonstrates every single day. Sandy Katari, best of luck as you continue this work. Megan Wynn, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And to our viewers, if you would like to learn more about Harrison's Heroes and help bring a smile to a child this holiday season, you can visit our website, clicktohouston.com/community.
Don't go anywhere. Houston Life will be right back.